18 months on from its record-breaking election win, the Newman government has won midterm approval from the business community. But unions claim public sector job losses will reach 20,000 by the end of the year. And the parliamentary half-time has reignited calls for Queensland to switch to 4-year terms.
How time flies. After waiting 14 years in opposition, the LNP is already halfway through its first term in government.
We've got our hands on how government operates now. We understand it better. It has been a learning process, but it is now producing results.
But the government lost 4 of its 78 MPs to the crossbenchers, and almost 15,000 public sector jobs had been cut by June.
So we would expect it's over 17,000 now, and it'll be somewhere between 18 and 20,000 by Christmas.
However, the LNP has restructured Queensland Health, reviewed the CMC and set up inquiries into childcare and racing.
Well, I think the state is becoming more confident now than it was 18 months ago.
Business groups give a pass mark. Developers appreciate there's less red tape for their projects.
And they've gone a long way towards that. So we congratulate them doing that. We congratulate them in talking to us and consulting with us.
It's also had a strong vision for what it wants to do for the future. We've seen things such as the Queensland Plan, the 30-year electricity strategy, the 20-year tourism strategy and the small business strategy.
Although the Chamber sees some inconsistencies.
You need to be consistent in your approach to regulatory formation. You cannot choose when you do consult and when you don't. You have to do it all the time.
Not that there's a lot of time when elections are only 3 years apart at the most, which is why business would prefer 4-year terms. Just 6 months from now, the focus will start on the 2015 election.
A 4-year term would be fantastic, just to give the government a longer term to do their agenda.
The Treasurer supports longer terms.
I think it's a discussion that in Queensland perhaps we're mature enough to look at and say this is something we should consider.
But that's been said before. Chris O'Brien, ABC News, Brisbane.